What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Kiwan, and I am back with Bell Collective Season 6. First of all, Carlos King, why is this the final episode? And why are you not putting eggs in this Bell Collective basket, but you about to give us 30 damn unnecessary episodes for Love and Marriage Huntsville? Okay, it's not going to be 30, but I'm just saying, the rest of these episodes going to be unnecessary. I'm telling y'all, I already know, but y'all, I am gonna review. Y'all know I gotta pick it back up tomorrow so I can finish the season out. Anyway, that just kind of pissed me off real quick. Episode 7, Belle-ieve in Miracles. He be pissing me off with these damn titles as well. I really be trying. I be trying so hard. Okay? I'm Zen Win Jr. Okay? Shout out to Wendy. Okay? Because my girl was at BravoCon. Okay? Anyway, whatever. The episode starts with Letitia and her husband. Letitia said Latrice and Glendale do not pour into her like she poured into them. And I guess for me, my question was, we can start with Latrice. What is Latrice going to pour into you? Her cup is almost empty, damn near dry over here dealing with Cliff. Okay? Your husband needs to be doing that. He needs to be pouring into you. And another thing, I need Letitia to stop expecting her from other people. And the fact that you have this expectation of Latrice and y'all not even cool, like y'all cool, but I thought Marie was your girl. Like, you have all these expectations for Latrice. And I feel like you have these expectations for Glenn, but it's only by word of mouth because the cameras are rolling. Anyway, she still keeps trying to blame Latrice for Glendale mishaps. And I'm to the point where I'm not even annoyed no more, La Mama. If you like it, then we all love it. Okay, we're going to talk about you. We're going to talk big shit about you. Okay? Anyway, Latrice and her husband. All right? Latrice decided Clifford did not come home. So she decided to go over to the condo with her bags and unpack her stuff. And I just want to say how much Cliff doesn't value Latrice as well. But I will say this. Clifford has been the least problematic. Okay? Him and these other husbands have been pretty less problematic versus the Clifford we have seen these other 5 seasons. Glendale shit is just once again catching up with him. He just being an asshole, which lends me to the believing, I said this since episode 1, he has definitely done something with Amanda. Y'all know I already believe that. So Latrice and Clifford constantly have the same conversation about being on the same page, respect, and all of the things. Cliff, at this point, he's just like, all right, well, if you notice, if y'all really just sat there and watched this season, Cliff, even the way he handled Glendale, like, Cliff is just like, I don't give a damn. And it's not even like Cliff trying to show up this new and improved person. Cliff is old, okay? And all of this shit is stupid to Cliff, okay? He don't care. I just wanted to say that. That has been his attitude. That's just been his attitude, okay? So, Glendale and his wife, okay? We're going to take this slow. Glendale said the Rogers are being flaky. He looked at Cliff as family and questioned his friendship with Cliff because He's tired of people coming for his wife through him. Glendale, the people would not come for your wife if you would stop embarrassing her and doing the damn most. Okay? And it is just as simple as that. If you stop entertaining DMs, I don't care how small it is. I don't care if somebody asked you a question and you said yes. They're going to make it as big because you're known for always embarrassing your wife. Anyway, at this point, both Letitia and Glenn have thoroughly pissed me off because Letitia is trying to bargain with Glendale. Like you're bargaining with him so he can do right by you. That is low, like that's low, Selena. No, for real. It felt like she was trying to bargain with him when they had that conversation, and when they was doing like that vow renewal, and she started to cry, and she kept telling him what she expect. Like he doesn't already know how he's supposed to treat you. It felt like bargaining. It felt like she was bargaining with him once again to do right by her. Girl, anyway, Glendale, I'm sorry, he's deflecting and he's still frustrated and mad about the situation. We have never seen Glendale this mad about a situation. We have never. And just because they get mad doesn't mean a lot of times it didn't happen. It absolutely happened. They just mad because they got their shit blown all the way up. That other stuff was minor. This bullshit, oh yeah, he did that shit. If they say he did that shit, then he did that shit. Alright? So Glendale wants to plan something big for Letitia because he wants her to know how much he loves her. He wants her to know that there is no Glendale without Letitia. Baby, when you had that damn pregnancy scare, there would have been a Letitia, but it wouldn't have never been a Glendale. Okay? I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, the fact that this lady allows him to get away with all his negative behavior is insane to me. And it was the very reason in that vow renewal why she stayed. That's that old auntie and that old school southern auntie advice. If y'all don't go to hell with that advice, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This is stressing me out. Letitia tells Glendale, she don't want to be around the Bells when he does this extreme thing for her. And she doesn't want the Bells around, and for the event that Glendale is getting ready to do. Sorry, y'all. So Tambra and Demond meet with a money coach. I guess we're just gonna go ahead and make this a small piece. I get what Tambra was trying to do. I get why she was trying to do it. But she was saying she was thinking about sharing accounts. Girl, don't do that. Tambra, you too smart of a woman to even think about that. Anyway, are y'all together? I don't know. Cause y'all give off this vibe. We're really friends, but we are really good friends that's co-parenting. But it seems as though Tambra wants Greedy or Demond to give a little more, I guess, do more financially, be more financially stable when it comes to baby Simone. I think that's her name. Little Simone. I really forgot Tambra's baby name. Also, it makes me feel like Demond does come through for Tambra and the baby. But it also, I could be wrong, but I wonder if Tambra is footing most of the bill when it comes to the baby. because I guess the man trying to get his foot in this world, and again, but he did say he do pitch in and he contribute, but I think she wants him to contribute more. She wants to continue to create a lifestyle for her daughter that both parents can provide, and not where everything just falls on the back of Tamra. That's what I'm gonna sum it up to be. That's what it sounds like. Okay. All right. Glendale and Uncle Daddy Cliff. Okay. At this point, Glendale ain't mad at Cliff. He mad at his hoe for ousting him. That's it. He's pissed off at his hoe for ousting him in front of his wife and in front of everybody else. So because we're at Latrice and Cliff's house, y'all finna get the brunt of this instead of me. I'm not gonna take responsibility, but I'm gonna get mad at everybody else. I'm gonna tell my wife we just danced and that's it. And my hoe, I ain't really got nothing to tell her. So what I'm about to do is this what I'm finna do. Cause I'm pissed off at my hoe. Right? Y'all follow me. Just follow me a little bit. I'm pissed off at my hoe. So I'm about to throw a vow renewal for me and my wife on national TV so you can see. Draw for uno. Okay? Again, I could be wrong. I'm just saying people do stuff like that. So he felt like the questions was a setup. And let me say this, Glenn wasn't wrong. It was a setup, but it wouldn't have been no weirded out setup. It wouldn't have been a weird setup had you not it wouldn't have been a weird setup had you not DM'd that lady first. Where was I? So Glendale meets with Cliff. Call Cliff, lets him know he outside. Cliff comes outside. Again, he tells Cliff that he felt like the question was a setup. Cliff said, okay? In translation, if we're going to translate this, he said, you being mad ain't have shit to do with me, but you should have stayed calm because you getting mad made you look guilty. Okay? I'm just telling y'all what Cliff said. So, Glendale tells Cliff, he get it. Do you, though? Because, again, you keep blaming everybody but yourself. And he said in his confessional, he should have handled it better. He said he should have been a man about it. He lost his cool. He said that he felt like Latrice knew about the whole situation. Cliff said he can't control his wife or her friend. And Glendale said to Cliff, Glendale also said that Cliff should have had his back. He also wants to know if being around the Rogers is a safe space and he can't have no surprises around them anymore. Cliff tells Glendale, I'm sorry, y'all, my dog. So Cliff tells Glendale, you can still trust me, but when it comes to my wife, I can't say that that's going to be a safe space because people can be jealous and they want to destroy what you have. He says that you have to be careful of how you move and who to talk to. So basically, that conversation felt really coded. Sound like Cliff told him you messing with the wrong hoes. You need a hoe that's not gonna say nothing. And basically, Glendale told Cliff, you were supposed to keep the lie alive. And you were supposed to shut all that shit down when they aired that shit out. Period. She wasn't supposed to be there. Amanda wasn't supposed to be there. Just telling y'all what I interpret. Okay? Translate. Anyway, Glendale don't feel like Cliff have his back like he has Cliff back. Glendale wants to renew his vows with Letitia, but unfortunately, Cliff and Latrice can't come. Cliff understands it's hurtful, but Cliff understands. He said it's hurtful, but he also get it. So Selena and the Bells travel to her son's house, and she hasn't been there since everything has happened with her son Quincy. And so unfortunate. I don't know. She said after speaking with the medium, she feels like she's ready, and so that had to be a big old leap for Selena to just go to the last place you don't want to be, but that's how the healing starts. You have to start from somewhere. You have to start from the foundation. So I was happy for Selena, but I just wanted to hug her, but I felt bad for her. She also tells them outside her son was covered in a blanket, so it must have happened outside and somebody may have covered him with a blanket. I wonder if it started in a house because of the hole at the bottom of the door and then it ended up outside. I don't know. So they go into the house. We found out from Cliff that Selena's son used to work with him a while back. And Cliff talked about how good of a kid he was or whatever. So Marie tells Selena, Selena was like, I'm just trying to be strong. And again, I need y'all to emote. I need y'all to not be strong. Sometimes your strongest moments is when you're at your most vulnerable points in life. Okay? You don't have to be strong. Because you try not to cry, that's just you just trying not to cry. That's not you trying not to be strong. That's just you trying not to emote. Stop doing that. Let it out. Let it out. Nobody has a right to ask you to be strong for them. And you don't have the right to be strong for anybody. Everybody has to hold their own weight. I'm just saying. I hope this makes sense for somebody. But let it out. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I remember when my mom passed away. And because I take people for who they are. And I know sometimes people don't know what to say. So they say, like, the closest thing that's close to them. And I don't hold it against them. They just don't. People don't know what they don't know, And when you know, you do better. Anyway, somebody told me that I would never forget. They came up to me at my mom's funeral, right before right before her funeral started when they was doing the viewing of the body. And it was like, you have to be strong for your grandmother, and you need to be strong for your brother. My brother's older than I am. We just a year apart, but my brother is, he had people with him. So you have to be strong for your brother, and you have to be strong for your kids. And there was no grace for me. There was no room for me, and all the things that I had to endure, that I was enduring around that time. It was like, where's the grace for me? But this is what you just think in your mind. Like, you don't say it out loud. But these people have these requests. And on top of me losing my mom, that's not like some chick on the street or just somebody on the street. Me and my girl was like this. Thick as thieves. So for somebody to say that, it was hurtful, but I had to take it with a grain of salt and understand people only know what they know. But I didn't have the capacity to be strong for for nobody. Like, I had to try to keep it together for my two because they were little at the time. So I had to do what I had. I had to do what I had to do with what I had. It wasn't easy. I tell you that much. Anyway, shout out to my mama. Anyway, Quincy case isn't solved yet. Selena, she said again, she was trying to be strong. Marie lets her know, hey, you don't have to be strong. That's not your capacity in this life. That is your son. I don't know what it's like to lose a kid. I can't even imagine. I said that I think that was the Reasonable Doubt review. But I'm pretty sure it's a tough pill to swallow. I can't. I'm not even gonna begin to try to imagine. She said that the police won't say anything because it's an ongoing investigation. So Latrice was like, let's just keep it a buck. Money talks. So if y'all come up with a reward, myself and Cliff would give y'all the money so somebody can come forward. Anyway, I thought that was really nice. I really did. I thought that was a nice gesture. So, they hold hands. Y'all got my boy Cedric, okay, with his raggedy ass, okay. Y'all got my boy Cedric praying. So after he prayed, I said that voice sound faintly high-pitched and familiar, okay. That was sad, okay. Sad was on the ones and twos for my girl Selena. And then she just broke down in tears, and I felt like she needed that. Like, I think that's what I was seeing when I first saw Selena as she came in this season. I was like, this lady looked really sad. I don't know what's happening, but this lady looks really sad. Okay? Anyway, Glendale is renewing the vows with Letitia for the recommitment ceremony. The because they have recommitted in January, and now we're doing it again. So the recommitment ceremony, Letitia mom and her dad is there, and I think what was the stepdad who told Glendale he was a good man? I don't know. Glendale is a terrible person. Anyway, Letitia pulls up. Everybody's looking for Letitia. Glendale trying to call her. She got her phone sent to voicemail. Just all the theatrics, knowing she gonna damn show up. Don't piss us off, okay? Anyway, Letitia said that. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Letitia pulls up home, and she said everybody was calling her about a recommitment ceremony. She's pissed, she fussing. I'm not trying to ruin nothing. I'm like, girl, you doing all of this, and you still gonna show up at this recommitment ceremony. So I gotta do all of this. I'm so disappointed in Glendale. You're disappointed in Glendale for, I guess, trying to make said effort, but you're not that disappointed in him and this whole DM situation and whatever happened between him and Amanda. Girl, please. Your priorities is low on the totem pole these days, ma'am. Anyway, Letitia says she's been put on a black back burner, and at this point, they working on my damn nerves. Okay? They get the arguing and popping off or whatever. And I just want to know, what are we recommitting to? I just want to know. So Cedric got rid of his silly Posturepedic, and Marie said he got rid of the sleigh bed at the dilapidated house. Okay? Anyway, Glendale says, get back to Glendale. Glendale said nobody has shown up. He get out there, nobody's shown up, nobody's decorated. He called Letitia, phone going to voicemail. Then the people started showing up. He started setting up the tables, got his little bouquet of flowers out and whatnot. And then Marie showed up, her mama showed up. And that was it, Glendale. Okay? So Latrice just happened to call everybody over for the pool party. When I tell you I call so much bullshit on this, Cliff told your ass about this recommitment ceremony, and you decided to round up the gang so y'all can low-key have a conversation and talk about Letitia. This why, Latrice, this why the people don't see it for you. I like you, and sometimes I don't, but I just have to side eye you, girl. I really have to side eye you. I just don't think that I think this was purposely done. And you just can't even keep it a buck. You just won't. So Karen showed up. She looks really cute. Okay, her hair was cute. Her makeup was cute. When I tell you Whitley Gilbert came in taste, looking cute, I said, all right, Whitley. She looks cute, okay? Tambra and Selena showed up. Baby, when I tell you Selena just... I ain't mad at it, all right? So Cliff lets the ladies know that Glendale and Letitia renewed their vows. Carrie was like, she was hurt because where was my invite? Okay, I wanted to come and celebrate with you, and that's what Selena said. She said, yeah, we would have wanted to come and celebrate. But of course, Glendale had to respect his wife's wishes. But he wouldn't have minded if Marie was there. Anyway, Letitia shows up because she's just such a glutton for punishment. Okay. Glendale is so relieved that his wife showed up because it shows that they are committed to each other. Is that what that show? Okay. All right, Glendale. So Tam start the pipe up. You know, we ain't hear from Tam. We kind of thought she was a little mute a little bit, but my girl kind of checked in this episode a little bit. She said that this is just a pattern, and that she said y'all remember the DNA testing, and Carrie's husband was like, what DNA? The almost baby. Okay, there almost was a baby, but it wasn't. She points out when Glendale does something, he turns around and does something grand for Letitia. Y'all know when they flash back to that rap that he wrote for Letitia. I said, my God. And she was crying. And I was crying laughing. Oh, Lord. So we get back to Shakespeare in the park. Okay? Glendale is lying and crying at the same time. Baby, his eye, that one tear, trying to look like Denzel from Glory with that one tear. Glendale, please get out of our face. Okay? You trying to piss off your side hoe. Okay? You doing all the theatrics to piss your side hoe off. But whatever. Letitia's going to go for it. She tells him that she's not giving... This is the auntie talk. This is the stupid ass auntie talk. She's not giving up on him because she believes in the sanctity of marriage and the importance of family. Okay? Fuck the family. The family. My husband. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, she says she understands that they are imperfect, perfect people. Can somebody drop that down in the comments and tell me what the hell that means? Okay? Are you imperfect or are you perfect? Does that just mean you got flaws? Because if that's what that means, say that. You don't have to be all fancy. Anyway, Cliff said he's going to change for the next 60 days. And even though that comment was rather shady, Clifford, he was not lying. He was not lying. Okay? Very judgmental, very judgy. Okay? Very not demure, very judgy, but he wasn't lying. So the way Letitia is shaking and crying and trembling, I said he gonna the dogs out of her to seal the deal. And that's where the episode ended. Next week is the reunion. Okay? 2 parts. The math don't matter. You only gave us 7 episodes, but you're about to give us a 2-part reunion. Carlos, please get up out of our face with this. Y'all, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.